But in your sessions, do kids really take so much interest in storytelling these days when the world is all digital?
No, of course they do because they get personalized time with us. And I have seen, like, sometimes, like, you are asking this question, my own mother in law, every time I'm doing storytelling at a birthday party, she would ask me, why would somebody want a
Or
storyteller
storytelling?
at a birthday party? She was like, I just don't understand. And you won't believe, I've had a birthday party where the children started shouting once more, once more.
Oh wow.
So, and that is the happy point, when the parents, once they've booked, they also have that little skepticism.
Yeah,
But
right.
then after it, they were also shocked. And that is on a birthday setting. But in our class, we would have a lot of activities, free play. And the moment I would say it's story time, my kids would just come and sit. So it's
Mm.
something that they have. I'm sure, as a mother, if you also start doing the same, your children will also sit.
Okay. And so, how you curate books and stories for your session, which is very important. Is it age appropriate, or what do you see and you think that this story I should do today?
So definitely, it's the demographics of the current enrolled students matter a lot. What they have been exposed to, what I want them to be exposed to, what I feel where is the lacuna. And
Hmm.
and how fun can I create content, how much fun can I create the content around it. Like right now I'm doing a series which is on geography and GK, but we've called it a monument series where we are taking the world heritage sites and the children are learning about monuments, the countries, the continents. So we taught them about the entire world map. We are teaching them flags of the world. They are learning about
Wow.
facts and they are creating an entire scrapbook. So through that simple course, we are inculcating multiple skill sets in them. They have to cut, they have to create 3D models, they have
Hmm.
to make a scrapbook, and that scrapbook is with them for life. So similarly, with storytelling, children learn to sit. Their span of attention increases with that. And even the workshops that we curate, we try to find the best ways where the children can do maximum activities.
So, according to you, what is more important, parents picking books for the kids or kids booking themselves?
Well, initially parents picking books for the kids, because when the children are little, they won't be able to make that decision. But if the parents have picked the right books and that interest is generated, then I think if you've started early, if you've raised an early reader, by the age your child is 5 or 6, they
Hmm.
would be telling you what titles do they want.
Okay. What titles they want, as in that I want to read this
Yes,
storybook?
yes. Because a lot of storybooks also have similar titles at the back given.
Ah.
Right? So, let's say if you pick a Julia Donaldson book, so at the back cover, they will have multiple titles also featuring. So, if
Hmm.
the child has liked that book, he would definitely or she would definitely tell you, now I want this book.
But then this is with kids who are 4 above and 5 above when they know how to read a little, right? What about the younger kids, like two?
Definitely, the parents need to choose the books, because how would the children be able to
Right,
decide?
and then we should just start reading the book just like that, or is it any other proper method we should follow for 2-year-old to read a book, to make an environment so that they can sit and read a book?
I think for the little ones, the best thing is you sit, make your child sit on your lap, and you read the book. Make sure the book is big enough. It has big illustrations. It
Yeah.
has rhyming words. It is not too lengthy. And now, of course, it's up to you. If you can add some funny noises, if the book supports it, and how you
Hmm.
can make it more fun. Like I'll give you an example that we do a Shiva story with kids. सो इट्स अ
Hmm.
वेरी फेमस स्टोरी जिसमें शिव जी अपने बाल रूप में जाते हैं, एंड उसमें माँ शक्ति को बहुत गुस्सा आ जाता है, सो शिव जी हैज़ टू काम हर डाउन. सो वी टेल ऑल द किड्स कि जैसे मम्मी को गुस्सा आता है, So you know all the children suddenly remember, हाँ मम्मी को तो बहुत गुस्सा आता है. फिर जब मम्मी को गुस्सा आता है तो पापा भी थोड़ा तो डर जाते हैं. फिर पापा tries ways and means to calm. So then you know somebody say, हाँ मेरी मम्मी को तो बहुत गुस्सा आता है, मेरी मम्मी तो मुझे मार भी देती है. So that is you know where they get transported. And you have to it's not, I wouldn't say flat reading is also good in terms, not every book can be relatable.
Yeah.
Right, like if you're reading Gruffalo, so Gruffalo in itself, the whole creature is very fictional. Your child has not seen a Gruffalo in any of the animal books, in any of the YouTube videos.
So what is Gruffalo first? You have to tell us also.
Okay, so it's one of the most famous characters from Julia Donaldson.
Okay.
So there's a very famous book called The Gruffalo, and it has a sequel also, The Gruffalo Child. And you would see that if you pick up any, so Julia Donaldson is a British author. If you pick any of Julia Donaldson books, by default, I think every book has a sticker of Gruffalo on it, because that's the most famous book from Julia Donaldson.